there's a circle of life in the recording studio. Things that you once treasured dearly don't get used as often anymore. Maybe your tastes change. Maybe your skill set grows. But there comes a time when you have to make space for something new. My TubeTech LCA2B is one of my prized possessions, but it's in desperate need of a service. I've now had it longer than any piece of studio gear that I own. It's one I'll take to the grave with me. I'll figure out where to put it when it gets back. The more important a piece of gear is, the closer I need it to be. Can't be leaning out of the sweet spot to make the most subtle of adjustments. It takes planning. Which piece of gear goes where? What is it that's most important for me to reach without moving my head? What piece of gear goes where on the patch bay? Will it be used for mix bus? For mastering? If so, it goes on the flock patch. If not, it goes on the switchcraft. Every time I rearrange rack gear, I do everything I can to avoid scratches and scrapes, which is affectionately known as rack rash. These rags always save me. Rack space is at a premium these days, and there might have to be a bigger desk in the near future. I try to have as much mixing gear in front of me while reserving the racks behind me mostly for tracking gear. I'd like to keep turning away from the speakers while mixing to a minimum. I get a little sad trying to choose which pieces of gear to move out of the rack. All the songs attached to these, they're kind of like memories. But every time I do this, I get a spark of inspiration. It's like a new adventure, a new challenge to conquer. Learning every minute detail of a piece of gear, what settings sound best, what it's best suited for. It's so easy to get in the assembly line mixing mentality when you do it all day, every day. Sometimes just swapping places with two pieces of rack gear is enough to spark a new idea, a new emotion. When you do this full time, you have to put effort into keeping these things fresh and exciting. Every song presents a new set of challenges, but eventually that's not enough. That's why I'm constantly refining my studio, searching for pain points that hinder creativity, the search for the ultimate collection of tools, in the ultimate workflow locations, tools that are special. Boxes that have literal magic in them. When a piece of gear actually makes me laugh, that's how I know it's special. The best boxes in the world do a thing you can't describe. They are EQs or compressors. They sound smooth or fast or thick. But it's the intangibles that you can't put into words that makes a piece of gear sound magical. And when I find them, those are the tools that have a permanent home here. Sometimes a hammer is just a hammer, and it's just the right tool for a job. But sometimes that hammer does inexplicable things like it's straight out of a Harry Potter movie. And when you find it, it's a level up.